Hey, and welcome to episode 24 of the Big Dorkgasm podcast. I was going to say it was 37, but then I stumbled all over that. So anyway, it's late, and we're all a little bit goofy, I think.
Sleepy.
More so than normal.
But
Especially.
it's the Lost Boys episode.
Yeah, see, but with Kyle, you won't be able to tell the difference. Yeah, so that was Kyle, and then Crispy said something, and Justin has not said anything.
Well, I did now.
Excellent.
Okay.
So that's how that goes.
Sit down, son. You're done now. You're done.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
can go
just
back to
jet
bed
now.
The magical unicorn has shown its face.
Yep.
You know.
Oh,
All right, so I guess we talk about things now.
Yeah.
Is that how this works?
I had a rant that I was going to talk about stuff, but I'm so not emotionally into it right now. I guess basically it was a rant about at work they have a whole push now within this past year to be more healthy, which is fine. That's great. No problem. But they had this poster up above the urinal.
It says Crispy lose some fucking weight.
Probably have another milkshake, fatty. That's what I said. That's what I said. And I said, okay. No, but it was actually it's they putting these motivational posters above the urinals, because to give you something to stare at,
Okay.
and give you subliminal messages.
Motivate you to pee. All right.
Well, no, let's see. Well, this one was about emotional and stress eating. It was like, you should avoid emotional eating and stress eating. I'm like, but that's the best kind of eating. Like comfort food, right? I mean, that's when food tastes the best. And then it just got me thinking, about the new waffle taco from Taco Bell.
Oh, jeez.
Have you heard about that?
Now that they're getting into the breakfast
Yes.
market.
It's a waffle shaped as a taco with scrambled eggs and cheese and a sausage. Is this whole sausage?
Or bacon.
Doesn't
bacon.
it sound awesome? It sounds freaking
And
awesome.
drizzled with syrup.
Syrup
Maple syrup.
instead of sour cream, I guess. And then I got to thinking about the new mint Oreo donut from Dunkin' Donuts for St. Patrick's Day. So it's like
I had not heard of that.
yes, it's a regular donut with mint. I don't know if it's like mint icing. I don't know where the mint comes in. It's green icing with crumbled up.
Somebody just chews up some Andes mints and sticks them on the inside.
Apparently, I don't know if it's where that comes from. Oh, who did we lose? It's like
It
Kyle.
wasn't me, so it doesn't matter.
There's a problem with the call. We lost.
No, there's just a problem with Kyle. We're fine.
Kyle, come back. But he started the phone call. I don't know how we get him back.
No, everything is right in the world. Just let it be.
I don't know. Did it cancel? No, it's still recording.
Oh,
Is
wait,
he back?
Kyle?
Yes.
Oh,
Stop
okay,
being a
good.
douche.
My
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
See?
dumb.
It's probably for the best.
I have a feeling it's not. Yeah.
See, when you try and piggyback off of Walmart's connection when you're trying to do this.
Hey, don't judge me, motherfucker.
I just hacked my way into my neighbor's Wi-Fi. It's
There you go.
sleazy big MILF. I don't know what that's all about, but that's
I
That's
didn't
the
know
network
Kyle
name.
lived next to you.
apparently. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, the mint Oreo donut from Dunkin' Donuts. It has crumpled up Oreos on it, and you can get it like plain or with the cream filled kind. So I'm like, when I'm feeling a little. I mean, I'm a father of 2. I have a full-time job, married. I'm gonna feel down from time to time. It's a daily struggle to maintain my individuality. It's not every day is gonna be great, and there's gonna be days I'm gonna want a fucking waffle taco.
Because you're a fatty.
Crispy, I hear Ellen's looking for emotional sap stories.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, fuck that poster. I'm gonna emotionally eat if I want to. It's all about moderation, I'm not gonna eat 5 waffle tacos. I'm gonna eat 1 waffle taco.
Because that's going to make you sick, so you only need one.
I only need 1. I mean, that's the whole thing. You just need it. Sometimes you need to pick me up. You shouldn't avoid at all costs. Stupid poster.
Can you imagine a breakfast of a waffle taco and a Kickstart Mountain Dew?
Oh, I love
Ugh.
Kickstart.
Oh, God.
I love the orange Kickstart.
Now, if that doesn't make you want to start your day, ugh.
Yeah, that's my Friday breakfast.
That's
Breakfast
so
I have
good.
I have an orange Kickstarter and a blueberry cheese Danish.
Good lord. Those Kickstarter things are just nothing special. And you know why I know they're nothing special? Is because I went to my GameStop the other day, and they had Mountain Dew representatives drop off 30 cases to them, and they just had to give them away. They've still got 9 cases, and that was
They're giving them
3
away?
weeks ago. Well, yeah, because they don't have room in their back room.
Oh, I need.
Because they just said they dropped them off, and so I've walked out with a couple. I tried the citrus one, or
I haven't
whatever.
had
It
that
tastes
one.
like a flat Sprite. That's
Well,
Is
basically
that
all
the
it
red
tastes.
or the orange
The,
one?
they have the new ones. There's the citrus.
That's the
and
new ones. There's one that's like lemon lime and then a black cherry.
which you're
I
not
think.
drinking.
No, that's still in the fridge.
You feel free to send that to me.
Okay.
You just need to collect them and then send the whole package.
Shit, I could probably walk out with a case.
Yeah.
Every time I've gone in, he'd ask if I want more.
Oh, the black cherry's pretty good. The orange is
Oh,
still my favorite though. But yeah, see, like every payday, which is once every 2 weeks, that's I have that for breakfast. Otherwise, it's just boring old granola bar. That's the thing. I eat fairly healthy most of the time. It's not like I'm obese or anything.
But it's those days when you go off the wagon and you just start chewing on the fat.
That's the best kind.
Mm-hmm.
Food is the fat. But yeah, that was my rant. Plus, I thought it was kind of. I mean, those are pretty geek-tastic meals there. The taco, the waffle taco, and the donuts. I mean, yeah. So there's that. I was more enraged about it a couple days ago, but I had some sleep, and apparently I'm over it. I think it just comes down to me wanting to eat a waffle taco. That's really what it is. I just want to eat it.
Yeah,
I can't.
And you know that's going to be a regret moment right there, right?
No,
Is,
no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Maybe the following day. We'll see.
Yeah, well, it'll happen.
When
I
it-
didn't say it'll happen right when you eat it, but it'll happen.
Yeah. So yeah, television. Moving along. Is everyone caught up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yes.
Yes.
Kyle? Well, I don't know if Kyle watches. So, what the hell's up with that blue alien?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's funny because everybody's like, "Oh, it's the Chitauri." I'm like, "No, that's
No,
not
it's
the
not the-
Chitauri."
There's been some theories floated. I thought the best one was it might be a Kree. Like, maybe it's even Captain Marvel. I don't know.
It
Or-
wouldn't be Captain Marvel, but it might be. I mean, Kree are because for one thing, Captain Marvel's not blue.
He is in the Ultimate
he
Universe.
is kind of, yeah, he is in the Ultimate.
And you know that the recent Marvel verse tends to stick more to the Ultimate side.
He's not blue.
He is. Captain Marvel.
There's
is
been a
blue.
theory that
That's not Captain
Coulson
Marvel.
is Marvel.
Another
So,
thing.
I don't know.
Well, that's stupid. You know, I heard somebody suggest that they thought that Skye was going to become Captain Marvel. I guess the Carol Danvers version, which is that's just stupid. They don't have the budget to have an actual superhero on the show. You're
does
getting
look
Deathlock,
like a
and that's it. So be happy with Deathlock.
You get Deathlock, and that is all you get. You should be
It
happy
does
for
look kind of like a scroll from the neck, the purple to it.
Yeah.
They don't have the rights to the scrolls.
Yeah.
Which is why they had the Chitauri in the first place. Fox
Has
since
scrolls.
they have scrolls since they've got Fantastic Four.
There's some people that think it might be something that was genetically engineered by S.H.I.E.L.D. using
I
different
think
alien
it's-
DNA
yeah.
that to create the CH-325.
I think it's a DC crossover, and it's Dr. Manhattan.
It could be.
They just had they had to cut off from the waist down.
You just can't show the wang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which no one apparently wanted to see anyways.
Yeah, that's right.
But I thought it's I think
I
Marvel.
think that they've piqued a lot of interest with this, but now it's a question of what are they going to do with it, and will the payoff be worth it?
Yeah. Well, I think the whole I don't know if Skye being Marvel will be the true outcome, but I think that it's possible that alien. There was a theory floating around that possibly that's the alien that brought Skye to Earth or whatever. So she might not be Captain Marvel, but she might just be part alien or an alien or something. Whatever what do they call them? The OB4 or whatever, level 4. Whatever she was in the files, whatever they were calling her.
Oh.
Anyways, moving along. Flash starts the pilot next weekend. Not the debut, but they actually are shooting it, and they released a photo of at least the head portion of the costume.
Yeah, it looks alright.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks all right. I mean, it's one of those things where we're going to need to see the full suit to really get a good grasp of it. But
who's this for now?
The Flash.
Oh, okay.
It's got a kind of a golden age look.
Yeah, it does.
helm.
And thankfully, it doesn't look like they bastardized it. It looks actually, practical but still faithful.
It's
to
the same
comic.
costume designer that obviously did Arrow, as well. Who's, I guess, an Academy Award winner. Blah blah blah. So, I think the general costume of Arrow is pretty good. I'm glad they finally added the little domino mask, though. I was tired of the green makeup eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh God, Arrow was great.
They've been very good.
Love it.
I mean, I'm happy that both Marvel, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Arrow have both been good. I think
Yes.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is finally hitting a better stride in the series. It's been much more interesting. Did you ever catch up on Bates Motel last season, Rob?
I saw last season, but I've not seen the episode of this season yet. So
Yeah.
So
It's on
season
my
2
DVR.
has started.
Season 2 started this past week. Yeah, they have one episode out. Still creepy. I don't know. It's kind of it's they're gonna have to bring in something catchier, because it's all about the girl whose father was killed or whatever in the first season.
yeah, one of the dozen girls that inexplicably is in love with Norman Bates.
Well, yeah, kinda. But yeah, it's like he's this dopey looking guy.
Yeah, they're like completely socially awkward,
Yeah.
but man, just has girls tripping all over themselves.
Dude, but he's one of those English guys because it's what's his name, but he's one of those English guys with a deep voice already.
What, what,
Benedict.
Rick Astley?
Yeah.
Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Like Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah. He's got that low deep voice, so maybe that's what they're digging on. I have no idea. But anyways, it's about the blonde chick, and I don't really care about her or her storyline. And there was a little too much of that. I think more Norman. Upcoming shows. So some shows that I'm looking forward to. Have you heard of Believe? I think that starts next Monday.
Oh, is that the one where the dad from that '70s show has a?
No,
Resurrection.
That's,
Oh,
Resurrection.
that's okay.
So that's one.
Believe just has a screaming child in it. I can't quite.
I don't
Get
think I've
what it
seen a
is.
commercial for that. Then.
It's on NBC. It's about this girl named Bo, and she apparently has some sort of psychic power. And it's created by Alfonso Cuarón, who directed Gravity and many other good films, actually. So apparently there's an inmate who's in death row for a crime he didn't commit, and he's...
That's what they always say.
That's what they always say. But apparently someone believes him because they help him escape, and his job is to protect her. And you don't really know why, or they haven't really made that clear yet.
Oh.
Yeah, so that starts next Monday. Fargo starts on April 15th.
Yeah, I
FX.
was not aware that Martin Freeman was in this until I guess I saw a commercial with him yesterday.
And Bob
They've
Oden
got a
and
good
Bob
cast.
Odenkirk, Saul. from
Yeah,
Breaking
they've
Bad.
actually got a good cast. The little teasers that they've been showing for the
Very
show
good.
are really weird, but
Did you
I mean,
see the
it-
movie? I mean,
I
Yeah,
never watched it.
That's why I'm wondering what they're gonna do with the show.
it seems like it's a prequel of sorts. So it's kind of, at least the first season is kind of the whole deal with the car salesman and getting him involved in that scheme, apparently. But the tone of the commercials is very similar to the tone of the movie. It's kind of quirky and odd
Yeah,
and kind
Haven't
of
seen the
funny.
movie for probably, I bet it's been 10 years now.
It's that normal kind of, I mean, the Coen
I mean,
brothers. You know
I'm
it.
more than familiar with the Coen brothers. It just I don't remember that particular movie very much.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. There's some good hype with that. Game of Thrones, Winter.
Well, FX, the shows on FX have just, pretty much been great.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you think about it, HBO really hasn't had any real stinkers either.
they've had plenty of them.
Think so?
It's just the good ones are so good that you forget about the bad ones.
Oh, like
yeah.
Arliss.
I mean, there's tons of shows that you probably don't even know are on HBO. Well, all right, for example, there's apparently, and I'm not saying anything about the quality of the show. But I've heard nothing about it other than it exists. I guess there's the show about the gay guy show.
Oh shit! What's the name of that?
Yeah,
Man.
that's it.
Yeah.
I
I know what you're talking about, Rob. Yeah, I've
show.
heard of it,
It
but
exists,
that's it.
but I've not heard anybody say it's good or bad. It's just on HBO.
And that's even
Is that the
worse. If you
Gigolo
can't
one?
get any sort of reply,
No,
then that means no one's even paying it mind to say it sucks.
It's not a Gigolo one. It's gee, I don't even know how to describe it. Something about gay guys or something like that. And
The gay guys.
Yeah, that's all I know is it's a show about guys that are gay
It's about gay guys.
in a city. And I know
Gay
nothing
Sex in the
about-
City?
yeah, and I think that they've
I
already
think, no,
renewed
that's
it.
just Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Well, that was Gay Sex in the City.
Yeah, I
Um,
think they've already renewed it for a second season too. Has it even premiered? I don't even know.
I don't know. I don't
But I
know
think they
anything about
renewed it
other
already.
than yeah, I've just heard of it, but
It's like, oh my God, we've got a show. Let's just go with it.
I would
yeah.
say maybe we don't know anything about it. Maybe it's doing well with the, the focus audience. Who knows?
I guess, but I think the only people that know it exists are the ones that watch HBO, because there's no promotional things out there that I've seen.
Yeah. Even so, I mean, HBO does have some but they hit the
And I
mark
guess-
pretty often.
I don't know. Girls, you hear is good, but I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
it's just a second.
I
It's the
watched
second
a few
season, too.
episodes of it, and yeah, I don't get the
Everything I've never watched. All right, I will say I haven't watched a full episode, but the clips I've just it looks so unappealing. I've got
Yeah.
no interest in seeing it. Of course, that was kind of my complaint about Sex in the City. My wife liked it, but
Yes,
I
you're
just
not
thought,
the target audience for that.
well, I just thought every single. Well, there were men that liked that show. Kevin Smith liked it a lot. Apparently,
With
he
girls?
talked about it a fair amount on his podcast. But like,
Probably
I thought
just so he
every
could get
single
more
woman
pussy
on that
from
show
his
was
wife.
just completely despicable. Like they were all awful, awful people.
What, Sex in the
And
City or girls?
Sex in the City.
Oh.
So
Girls is just weird. I think I got through two
I know that. I
episodes,
guess
and
the
that's it.
lead male character on there. I guess there was some talk about him being Nightwing.
And what?
He's
Wow.
weird looking.
Yeah, he is
He
kind
is
of
a little weird.
That's
looking.
Lena Dunham's boyfriend on the show. Is that who you?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's the one that apparently is going to be in the new Star Wars as the villain. So whatever.
Well, that's fine. He probably wants.
Yeah.
If he's goofy looking, that's fine for a villain. That's whatever. They'll probably put him in prosthetics and all that crap, anyways.
Okay, let's see. I didn't like Entourage at all. I saw like one episode of that and thought it was terrible.
Yeah,
Seth
but it was
Green
still popular.
hilarious.
That doesn't make it good.
Oh, it was on
All
for
right,
a
Justin
long
Bieber's
time.
popular. That does not make him good.
Well, I'm just saying they.
Well, he was the only person to ever pull off Aquaman.
How to Make It in America lasted, I guess, a season. I didn't see any episodes of that. It didn't get renewed, so.
And apparently they didn't make it in the. I'm sorry, bad joke.
Yeah, so I see.
How to make it on HBO without even trying. That's what it's.
Yeah, and I've not seen True Detective yet, and I think the reason for that is that HBO Go service where they've got like every original series ever and all the episodes on demand. So I don't. They actually did the same thing with Boardwalk Empire, and I really like Boardwalk Empire, but I just never feel any urgency to watch them because it's not taking up space on my DVR, and I can just wait and catch it later. So
Well, and I've heard good things about True Detective. I would be
I have
interested
too.
to watch it.
I want to watch it, but
Hmm.
I just at the moment don't have time to watch it
Yeah.
because I'm currently in the middle of the new season of House of Cards, which I don't watch nearly enough of.
Yeah, I have to watch House of Cards. I have to binge watch the first and second season. What I'm looking forward to most actually is this Sunday. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson, the astrophysicist from Nova. He's hosting a remake of Carl Sagan's PBS series on Fox. That's produced by Seth MacFarlane.
On Fox and about a
Million
million
other channels. They are putting it on like multiple Fox channels. I love it. I love the fact that a science program is going to be on Sunday on primetime, like on network television.
I bet it's not going to be airing on Fox News because they don't like science over there.
Yeah, well, not only that, it does not take any of the religious creationism nonsense into account.
And also it's hosted by a black guy. So
Well, that too.
Here's the question.
A smart black guy. They don't want that at all. Ugh.
What time is it on Sunday night? Do you
9?
know that offhand?
9.
Okay, let's see how well it does against Walking Dead. That'll be a good true test.
Well, that's true. Yeah. I think I think it premieres Sunday. I don't know if it's going to stay on Sundays or even stay on Fox as a channel. I just know it's going to be on Nat Geo as well. But I'm looking forward to it.
Oh no, that's fine. I was just curious because it'll be really interesting to see. I'm sure the ratings will still be fine with it, but it's just going to be really interesting with it going up head to head with that.
Yeah, you think it'd probably have some kind of intersection with the fans of Walking Dead too. But with these being the days of the DVR, who can really say?
Right.
What I think is really neat is not only are they going, there's lots of CGI and cool stuff going on in the background while they explain stuff, but I guess there's a lot of animated clips and sequences as well in it. And I don't know if it'd be pretty funny if they use Family Guy style animation or something and explaining about this 16th century scientist or whatever. But they do mention there's a sequence in the first episode or something like that, so that should be good. Winter's coming soon. Still got a little bit of time. Seems like it keeps getting pushed back farther and farther every year. It's got a whole nother month till Game of Thrones.
What they're trying to do, I think, is stretch it out as long as they can to try to let Martin, get ahead in the books.
Yeah, kick out more books. Mm-hmm.
It's not going to work.
It's not. He's going to die before he gets him out. That's why he already told him how it's going to end. Yeah, already gave out the information to the show's creators just in case.
This is breaking news here, but I know how it's going to end too. I got a hold of that. Everybody dies.
Everybody dies.
Yeah. Shocker, but yes, every character ever, they just dead.
It pulls the Sopranos. The screen just goes black. That's all you need.
I think I know the ending already, but who knows?
Oh, I don't know the ending. I know. I'm pretty positive. I know the.
I know who's not.
Result.
I know who's not going to. The two that won't. Jon Snow and Daenerys. They will not die.
Well, have you read the books?
Yes. He's not dead. He's not dead. Shut up.
He absolutely is dead.
Not dead. Shut up.
He's not going to stay dead, but he is dead.
Well, he just blacked out. It's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Spoilers.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
spoiler alert.
You should have said spoilers before you started that.
Well, you know what?
Glad.
I
am glad that I don't
tiptoe
pay
around
enough
it.
attention to this.
Crispy is
Have any
the one that
idea
goes,
what
"He's
he's
not
saying?
dead."
He's not dead. Shut up. He's technically not, so not yet.
No, he technically is dead.
He blacks out. That is all.
He's dead.
No.
And what's her name? Melisandre is gonna bring him back to life.
Again, very glad I don't pay enough attention to this to actually care what Crispy said.
Yeah. It's fine.
I don't read, so it's all good. I don't care.
It's fine. All right. Academy Awards last Sunday. Awful. I don't care. But what I did think was interesting is they cut out what would have been the only interesting part of the show. I guess Bat-Kid was supposed to make an appearance. There's going to be a superhero segment, and Bat-Kid was going to come out with Andrew Garfield, and they were going to do something, and they got cut. And so Bat-Kid had a tux ready, and he was there on Sunday, and I mean, leave it to the Academy Awards to crap on a kid who, is recovering from cancer. What assholes. But
freaking A. I hate Fox. Sorry. They just announced all these renewals of the shows, and
Bones
I know they're not going to renew the one.
10.
Well, no, it's not even that. They renewed Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which obviously that's going to happen.
Yeah.
The Mindy Project, New Girl, and The Following. But oh no, I know that Almost
Sleepy
Human
Hollow
doesn't make it because it's the one that I want to see next season.
I was going to mention Almost Human. They ended the season finale. They ended it almost like it could be a series finale.
I know, which just aggravates the hell out of me. And
I think it's suffering from the fact it probably costs so much money. There's so much post-production work in that show.
It didn't help. I bet. I don't know for sure, but I bet Carl Urban isn't, super cheap considering he does get to be in movies.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not super expensive. He's not a movie star.
He's not A-list, but
yes. But
I
well,
know.
the other thing is that it got the mid-season kind of start.
Well, it's
And
not
a
even
big
just
push
that,
from
but
Sleepy
they aired the episodes out of order.
They did.
too.
Plus, it's a sci-fi show on Fox, so
Yeah, I know
it's got that going against it.
You were probably right, Rob. You were like, I'm not going to watch it until I know for certain it was going to be renewed.
Mhm. I mean, it's possible it still could be renewed, but it doesn't look good when Fox announces this large list of shows, and that's not on it. So.
And the funny thing is, I thought the ratings were pretty good for it. I mean, it's on a good night.
I watch it on Hulu, so I don't even know when it's on.
Mondays,
it's Monday nights.
Mondays at 8.
I'm not caught up on that either, but
Yeah.
Oh, so
I
you did
do
start
enjoy-
watching it. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Oh,
Yeah,
I watched
was
it when it
great.
first came out, and then I wait a few weeks and watch a couple of episodes.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a good, good camaraderie with the cast. I mean, that one girl, I can't think of her name, is basically just eye candy. That she
Minka
really
Kelly.
needs a little,
Yeah,
she really needs a little bit more, because she just seems like an extra, like a walk-on role. It's like, yeah, here, just stand there for a minute.
Yeah,
And then-
she's there, definitely there as eye candy for now.
Yeah.
You know very little. You know she's a genetically modified,
Yeah,
and that's about it. And
but that's it. And I'm like, okay,
there
why
was
would
one
you not-
episode where they kind of got into her head a little bit.
Yeah, but really, she's just an afterthought on there.
She is.
I mean, I don't know.
Or in the captain.
is kind of cool. I
But
mean, I think
what do we know about the captain? Nothing.
Yep, not a whole lot, but I know that they wanted to focus on the main two characters, which is all well and good, but I think that maybe that hurt it too. Is that you're putting so much focus on the main two characters that you're not developing the supporting cast enough to pique interest for people to want to keep watching.
Well, but you figure that formula has worked for shows in the past, like X-Files. You didn't know anyone but Scully and Mulder. Like everyone else was an
True.
enigma, including Skinner. Like you just didn't know much about him until later on. So, I mean, I think it's more about the actual crimes themselves than anything. And then you only have so much time to develop those two characters, and then you've got this whole cast. You got the one douchebag cop too, the detective.
Yeah.
You know.
I love when Carl Urban's character makes fun of him.
It's great.
That's funny. That one episode talking about the donut and all the things that happened to him while he was
He was
gone, that
gone.
was so funny.
That was good.
So I pulled up TV by the numbers, and apparently they've got Almost Human as a toss-up for renewal,
yeah.
which is
That's what I
actually
would've
looks
guessed.
like, according to their ratings numbers, it's a better than 50-50 chance. But also looking at this, apparently Family Guy has also not yet been renewed, which it absolutely will be. So
Seth MacFarlane's been talking about I think he's just going to fulfill the contract what they have right now. He wants to do other stuff like this, like the Cosmo show. He wants to do more stuff like that. He's tired of his animation empire, basically.
Well, he
Well,
wanted to do
it's
Flintstones,
already-
but they canceled it.
They did.
well, his animation empire's
God.
already crumbled because Cleveland show got canceled, and American Dad's going to TBS.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, really, on Sunday nights you're going to just be looking at Bob's Burgers, which apparently is just
It
one
is
of the greatest,
fantastic. It is
out there. Is going to be the mainstay, I think. You're going to have that in Simpsons.
Simpsons and and I don't think because I think Family Guy will be done, and then they're going to have Cosmos at 9. It sounds like.
Yeah, so that's going to be a big change for the Sunday night for Fox, but I think it'll be good for them.
Yeah. There's too much stuff going on Sunday nights now. When it's not football season, it's Walking Dead, and when it's not Walking Dead, it's like
It's
stuff on
Sabbath
HBO. It's like
Or
Boardwalk
Breaking
Empire,
Bad.
or Breaking.
No.
Not Breaking. It's going to be Better Call Saul. It's always going to be. Sunday is a big night now, and I think animation is going to have to find its place somewhere.
Back to the Saturday mornings with you.
Please, there's no cartoons on Saturday anymore.
I know it.
It's awful. Movies. We'll move on. I don't have a lot of movies, but I did think we had 3 good trailers come out since I think we last recorded a podcast.
Did you see the Godzilla trailer?
I did.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
A legitimate Godzilla movie.
Brian
and
Bryan Cranston to it, and it's immediately awesome. But then the effects so far, and I mean that's the kind of stuff I had nightmares about. Like when I used to have like the big monster nightmares where you'd be in a building, you'd just see giant feet and stuff.
Hmm?
It's all obscured because there's like smoke and debris and shit. You can't see everything. That's what's so great about this Godzilla. It's like,
well, and it actually looks like Godzilla.
It does.
I mean, they didn't try and make it Jurassic Park like they
have
did
you
the
heard
last.
the roar isolated compared to the old one?
I like it.
I made brown in my pants.
I
It
like
scared
it a
me.
lot.
It was very scary. I was like,
Yes, it's yeah, this is good stuff. And Chris, you know my brother's gonna
Oh.
love this.
oh, I know. Yeah, he loves the cheesy, old Godzilla.
Yeah, but I think that he'll get really like this. I mean, this looks legit. I mean, this looks like a legit Godzilla movie.
Yeah, I was very excited about that. Ever since I saw the trailer with just the parachuters, that was great.
Yeah,
And-
because I was really waiting for this because everybody at Comic-Con last year got to see the trailer, and of course they didn't leak it out online. And
I know.
So waiting and waiting. So it was totally worth the wait, though.
Did you guys see Guardians of the Galaxy? The trailer for that?
Yeah.
What do you think about the approach? It's very quirky.
Yes, and I
Well-
like that. I think they need that because things are getting a lot darker with the other Marvel movies. I think that this is going to be a much needed change of pace, personally.
Well,
Yeah.
and also the Guardians of the Galaxy comic is quirky.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know how they would go with the movie, because everything has to be the epic superhero kind of thing, or else it just doesn't seem to do well box office wise. I mean, it's hard to.
Yeah, I mean, I
the
don't know how
marketing
well it's
approach is
gonna
going to be
do,
interesting. Meh. I liked it though. I like the
Yeah.
direction. I'm happy so far.
Yeah, I am too. I
James
really
Gunn,
enjoyed
James
that.
Gunn, right? That's the director.
I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he does good work. And surprisingly, I enjoyed the Transformers trailer.
You know,
Marky
honest to
Mark
God, I
and
have not
Dinobots.
sat down and watched it yet. That's the one thing I haven't watched yet.
It's still Michael Bay. Don't get me wrong, but at least they're doing a reboot, kind of. I mean, it's same. It's still Peter Cullen. It's still Optimus Prime. Blah blah blah. But the Transformers are a little different. Maybe a little sleeker, less stabby looking, sharp looking. They're a little smoother in general. I mean, it's got Dinobots and Marky Mark. So
And Marky Mark.
and Marky Mark. Yeah. But I especially like Bumblebee's new design. It's very slick. Looking forward to that. I mean, even though the last one was, the last two were pretty awful. Upcoming releases this weekend: 300, Rise of an Empire.
I will be watching that probably on Sunday.
So review so far. It's not directed by the original Zack Snyder. He just produced it.
That's okay.
I think it's like the comic. The second one wasn't as good either as
Well,
original
and
300.
seeing the problem I think that there is with this one is it's been so many years since the
Yeah.
original came out, and everyone's going to want it to be like the original when
Well,
this is
it
going to be something different.
It's been what 7
Uh,
years, and it looks exactly the same. That was, like,
Yeah,
basically.
but yeah, so I think that it's
Ew.
just it's unfair for people to go out there and expect it to be like the first one. It's not going to make anywhere near the money like the first one, but I still think it's going to be an entertaining movie. I mean, just for what it is, which is just going to be a lot of ass kicking and sex,
Yeah.
which I'm assuming is all it's going to be.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
Boobies.
yeah.
Can only hope.
Eva Green, man, she looks like she's got that roll down, being a little ass kicker. So I'm looking
Mhm.
forward to watching that.
Yeah.
the
Also,
last character's going to be in this movie.
yes.
I mean, that's not really a selling point. It's I don't care what a baby's going to do, but interesting.
Hmm. They're just gonna throw the baby at Xerxes or whatever.
Awesome.
Yep. And he's just gonna cut it in half
With his mind.
with his mind, with his little whatever.
Kick the baby.
Don't kick the baby.
Oh, kick the baby. Also coming out this weekend, which I at first was very I don't know what I felt about. I thought it was unnecessary, like all other remakes of old cartoons, but the Mr. Peabody and Sherman, which apparently is pretty darn good, I've heard.
It looks very good, which is a big step up from Rocky and Bullwinkle, which was an abomination.
Well, I think Rocky and Bullwinkle, they did the whole live action nonsense
Yeah, I'm actually probably going to see that this week.
Mr. Peabody and Sherman was my favorite part of the Rocky and Bullwinkle show originally. So that's why I don't know. At first I was very hesitant, about it. I was just like, oh, it's just money grabbing attempt using old cartoon property. But I watched the trailer today, and it was actually very funny. It's from the creators of How to Train Your Dragon, which I like a lot, and I didn't see the Croods, so I couldn't comment on that. But
I fell asleep halfway through it.
The Croods?
Yeah, I fired it up on Netflix. That put me right to sleep. So yeah, good stuff.
Good stuff. March 14th, Need for Speed. So in case you need your Breaking Bad fix.
Fast and Furious Light.
Yeah. Well, it didn't seem like they just started filming that yesterday. Like from what I remember, they had just started filming that. I don't know how it's out so fast. I guess they're trying to keep the whole what's his name that died?
Oh, Paul Walker.
Paul Walker, like that, all that hype for.
Yeah.
Trying to ride that wave.
Apparently, they're pulling a Brandon Lee. They're going to use stock footage of him to put him in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what they said for the next. But I think the Need for Speed folks are just they're riding that wave right now.
Yep. Well, yeah, taking the spot of what Fast and Furious is supposed to be out. So why not pop this out now?
Yep. So I haven't heard anything about how good or bad. I'm assuming bad.
Yeah, that's my guess too.
I was going to assume bad until I find out.
It's really good.
And then
but really the big one this month, Divergent.
Divergent, March 21st, which also comes out the same day as Muppets Most Wanted. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which looks quite good.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. Shoot, what's his name from How I Met Your Mother? Jason Segel. It's not. Yeah. He didn't write or direct in this, I think, at all. Which I think he probably is the one that kept the heart of the Muppets in the Muppet movie in the first place. So I mean, I'm looking forward to both Divergent and Muppets Most Wanted. Unfortunately, Divergent suffers the same thing as Hunger Games, where the first book and first movie. Well, I guess Catching Fire was technically a better movie than Hunger Games. That movie. Yeah.
I just read that 300 Rise of an Empire earned 3.3 million from the Thursday showings. That's pretty good when you consider it's not one of the major franchises per se releasing.
But I'm curious how much more money it's going to make.
Yeah, I say even if it makes double that over the weekend, that's still not.
Well, I would think that the people that are really psyched about this movie have already,
went to see it.
Yeah. And I bet the rest of the people are like me and just don't really give a shit.
Yeah, could be.
And I liked the first one. I just really don't care about this at all. Like I wanted to, and I cannot be bothered to work up any interest
whatsoever. Telling it like it is.
Yep, just lay it out there.
Be
like, yep, don't give a flying. And moving on.
Moving on to games. Yay! Kyle's happy. South Park's Stick of Truth is out.
Yeah, I saw that selling for $60 on Steam.
Hell, that's what I said. I'm not getting it yet, but Kyle's played it.
It is actually very well done. I know the tower defense game was said to be not bad. The Scott Tedderman one was received pretty poorly, but this game, it's lengthy. I think it was pretty well known that Trey Parker and Matt Stone worked on it throughout the entirety of it, so it was definitely, given that devotion and time and loving. There's so many just little nods to so many episodes throughout that you can tell that they took time to say, let's put, something for this, something for that. The super moves are hysterical. The summons of the special character insta-kills are hilarious. I know in the commercials they showed Mr. Slave doing what he did to Paris Hilton. Mr. Hanky summoning the river poo a la Fantasia style. It's lengthy. There's a ton of side quests or just fun little nods to things.
It's a full-length RPG game.
And it's very well done.
Events. Yeah.
Yes, and it's very well done. And there's not a lot of QuickTime events, so don't get bogged down by that thought.
No, it's only for during a selection of a power during a battle.
Yeah,
you
but
choose a
it's
power, and then sometimes you have to do a
it's a very
easy.
well done game, and it is sincerely at the core of it. It's like a long episode. It's fantastic. It's like Imagination Land, or I'm told there was a trilogy at the start of last season. It feels like a lengthy episode.
Yeah, the animation looks exactly like the television show from what I've seen. I watched like a 40-minute kind of impressions gameplay, and I love that you get to customize your own character, who is a mute, and everyone talks to him funny.
And there's a crap ton of selection. There's so
Yeah.
many costumes. There's even achievements for getting all the costumes. But I mean,
Tons
and
of
they all
stuff.
come with different powers. They all come with different abilities. You can mod them and put perks on them. It's a very good RPG.
Yeah, I've heard it's very enjoyable. I'm just not going to pay $60 for it right now.
And the thing that's even better
That's
about it is,
same way.
for being an RPG and a good one, the navigation menus are very easy to use. It's not convoluted or made heavy.
That map though is a pain in the ass to look
You
at.
get used to it. I
It's
mean,
like a
it's
2D
not as
map of South Park, but it's like from the side.
it's not as bad as the entire HUD almost seems overwhelming at first, but once you've played with it for a few hours, it's second nature to navigate it.
Yeah, it's one of those
And they
games.
do
I
have the
think.
map hot. They do have the map hot buttoned.
I think the problem is you're already only targeting a select audience that likes South Park to begin with, and then you have a subsection of that actually likes RPGs. And, it will put a couple of hours into learning it, but I mean it looks fun. I look forward to playing it when it's a little cheaper.
Yep, that's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
I was planning on getting it when it came out this week, but then I decided, no, I'm gonna get Titanfall next week.
Exactly, because Titanfall falls next Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And even that, I'm trying to get in good with the wife to let me buy it, because I already pre-ordered Elder Scrolls, and I'm getting greedy. I'm like,
Crispy wants to pull the GameStop special where he hopes it's $20 less 2 weeks later.
no. Actually, I have a Green Man Gaming, because Green Man Gaming noticed I was putting it in my shopping cart constantly, trying to different coupon codes to work with my Elder Scrolls at the same time. They must have known, because as soon as I signed up with Green Man Gaming, they have sent me 2 coupons so far for Titanfall for $10, just straight up $10 off. So I'm like,
Nice.
yeah, I'm like, I would pay 60 for Titanfall. I will definitely pay 50. I've already used all my goodwill for Elder Scrolls, but I don't know. Maybe I can do some extra work around the house or something.
And speaking on a side note with the whole Titanfall and everything, I'm pretty excited for my loot crate this month because the theme is Titan, in which there is going to be an exclusive shirt created by a Respawn Entertainment for the subscribers to Loot Crate. So I'm really looking forward to that. Plus, I guess they're going to have Attack on Titan stuff, so it should be pretty cool.
Nice.
So yeah, I tell you what, Loot Crate's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
They get some good stuff.
Justin had got me a month of Loot Crate. That was very cool. I'm actually wearing I'm wearing the T-shirt right now.
Hoorah!
It's the Console Wars.
Yeah, love it.
It was good. It's like it's got the add on it, except it's made from the Xbox One, parts of the Xbox One, and got the little controllers as the what are the name of the little resistance fighters on Hoth? What are those called?
Rebels?
The Rebels. No, but the ships they flew on Hoth. The
A-Wings.
A-Wings, yeah. Like it's got some A-Wings and stuff on it, made of the Xbox controller. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So I'm sorry about that sidetrack, but I just
yeah.
thought it's kind of cool that as far as promotional goes, pretty cool.
Oh,
that they're doing
Titanfall has
that.
had no problems with the promotional. That's for
Yeah.
sure. They've been marketing it quite well.
Mhm.
Some gaming news. They announced Arkham Knight, Rocksteady's final installment, the trilogy of the night.
And I personally would just like to watch a movie of the cinematics on that because, geez, that looked good.
Yeah, Scarecrow returning. So yeah, that's all I know about it.
Arkham Knights.
Arkham Knights. I know something
Yep,
Scarecrow.
Right now what they're saying is Scarecrow is basically replacing Joker for reasons most anyone should know by this point, and it kind of sounds like it's going to be a Nightfall or Hush event where it's all the bad guys brought together. It almost seems like No Man's Land, where all the villains are getting together and taking over Gotham and trying to drive everyone out of it. And
to Arkham City. Oh wait.
yeah, well, yeah, but what they've said is Arkham Knight, this is kind of stupid in my opinion, but Arkham Knight is the name of a new villain who is more or less combat militant Batman, and he is going to be a villain in the game.
Oh, okay. Huh.
So
interesting. Yeah, I mean,
no, it's Robin all twerked out on different kinds of drugs.
Yeah, but which Robin? That's the thing.
All of them.
All of them combined into one mega Arkham Knight.
It's going to be like the Power Rangers. They're just going to be all together and they'll all attack him at once.
Hooray!
Watch Dogs got a release date finally, May 27th.
Indeed it did.
Yes.
Is that not going to be on PC or no? Do we know? No.
Wow, I'd be shocked if it wasn't on PC.
Yeah. Well, that's even if it is, you got to make sure it's a good port because sometimes they just aren't. One game I kind of put to the side and didn't really think about it, and then I saw some footage of it and been hearing some really good buzz about Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. They're saying it's may possibly the other reason to get an Xbox One other than Titanfall. It basically takes all the aesthetics of the original game, and it's a third-person shooter. There's actually several different modes in it. One of them is kind of like a tower defense that you can play with your friends co-op. There's a zombies versus plants mode, but it's like mixing Call of Duty with Plants vs. Zombies. It looks gorgeous. I'm just waiting.
Just sounds weird.
It does sound weird, and I watched it, and I found myself laughing literally out loud at some of the stuff. Like there's the kind of melee plants. They go around, they can dig underground, and they will straight up just gobble down a whole zombie, one gulp, and the arm will be hanging out. The zombies themselves, the different versions. Then that's the neat thing too. All the different classes that you can play, especially the zombie stuff is cracking me up. Like the construction worker who he's got a big old crack in the back. It's fantastic. But yeah, I gotta wait till I think that one comes out. That one released this past Tuesday, I want to say, on the Xbox One, and it will be on PC sometime this spring. Neat note: they are not going to charge for any DLC. So far, there's no microtransactions, although I could possibly see them doing that for maybe different costumes and stuff for classes later on.
And on a step back, yes, Watch Dogs will be on PC.
Nice.
Although I think it's funny that they say that on the Xbox One it's probably going to have a lower resolution. I'm like, well, Microsoft is just I'm just finding it's hard to believe that you're going to come out with an inferior console as far as graphic wise goes with all these games that are coming out.
Yeah, I mean, the resolution is a problem. And that actually brings me into the next topic. PS4 sales doubled Xbox One in January, and it's in America.
Across 6 million units sold.
6 million to what? Xbox hasn't come out with the numbers, but it's estimated.
Not released their numbers.
Estimated 2.5 to 3 million units. And it's PS4 still hasn't been released in Japan yet.
Yes, it has.
Has it finally?
It was released in Japan. It netted them another 370,000 units in the first 2 weeks, which pushed them over the 6 million mark.
Okay, I thought that was just American sales was 6 million in January.
Nope, 6 million does include the Japanese release. Yeah,
they also had a survey, I guess, of developers, and the majority said they preferred to code for the PS4. So they liked making games for the PS4 better. So we could see a shift now, I think. Like we had mentioned before, the hardcore gamers, I think, are going to win out overall. That's always how it works, it seems. And PS4 focused on the gaming, and I think it's been a boom.
I love my PS4.
Yeah.
I actually don't think it's going to matter, because last generation programmers didn't like programming for the PS3 because the super convoluted cell processor, and it didn't matter at all. You know what I mean? Like, they're just going to keep making the games for both of them, and it's not going to matter.
Well, it's going to matter in the sense of which is considered the better console for that generation. Like, I think.
But what does that matter?
Well, it's still about sales.
But over the period of the life of the consoles, you're talking probably 7 to 10 years, it's probably going to end up averaging out, and there's still going to be a PlayStation 5 and an Xbox, whatever the fuck they're going to call it, because they're just retarded.
Well, that's the thing. It's an interesting point because Xbox just came out with updates this week, I think, for some big updates. One of them is for Titanfall tweaking, I think.
Well, for party chat.
Party chat, which I guess was really fracked out before.
Yes, it was.
Like the whole party system, which you'd think they already had a great party system. I don't know why they messed with it to begin with. And there's some, I guess, the new headphones and stuff like that because people were complaining.
I tell you what, that's the one big issue I've had with both of the consoles. The headset that comes with the system is garbage.
Yep, that's what they said. So then the new one's coming out for Xbox.
I mean, the PS1 has the earpiece, which at least that works and sounds good. The headset that comes with the Xbox One is just uncomfortable as all hell.
Just like the 360 headset that barely ever worked or lasted for very long.
You know what? I didn't have such a problem with the 360 headset, but this one just feels, I don't know, well, Rob, you've got it too. What do you think of it?
I don't even use it.
Yeah, I mean, I tried it on, and I promptly just put it right back where I found it.
I mean, it looked similar enough to the 360 one, which didn't really bother me, but I haven't really done anything online where I would need it, so.
Yeah, I mean, I tried it on just to see, but yeah, I don't like it at all.
Yeah, I mostly just play Forza and Power Star Golf, so.
Not getting online and chatting with people for that, huh?
Yeah.
One of these times, I'm just going to send you a random chat or a friend invite to a party and see if you'll join me.
I won't, just so you know.
Okay. All right, good. But I guess that would require me turning on my Xbox One. So I
think really all this, the console wars and all. Basically, all I care about is which one I'm going to get eventually. Like, so which one my friends are going to be playing on, and which one is going to have a bigger, Call of Duty.
Just to let you know, me, Jeremy, and Aaron now all have the PS4. So
PS4. And that may be, that may help me decide what I want to get. So, and then would help other people decide what they're going to get, particularly for different types of games. Correction from the last episode, we were talking about Elder Scrolls, and like the having to buy the game for the PS4 and the subscription for the PS, the premium and the monthly fee. But I guess Bethesda or ZeniMax, they came out and said it doesn't require the PlayStation Plus service to play Elder Scrolls. You'll just pay the subscription fee. So it'll be like playing it on the PC, no biggie. But more than likely, you'll probably already be paying the PS Plus anyways for.
Precisely.
But it's not required, so there's that. I thought that was kind of. I don't know if that's going to help at all. I think eventually it'll go to a free-to-play model. Justin, there was a beta this past weekend of Elder Scrolls, and they had used a previous beta version, which was not very stable.
Nope, didn't work very well for me.
Yeah, I was
kind of sucked.
Yeah, I was looking forward to maybe teaming up with Justin, and I found myself frustrated as well. I don't think it was a good build to do a stress test on, because there were a lot of things that were not working correctly, and you have all these new people coming into stress test, and the several weeks prior when I was playing the beta, everything was working great. A lot of the bugs had been fixed, and I think I had one issue the entire time I played that weekend, and there were a lot more issues this past weekend.
I don't think it was close to unplayable for me. Yeah. I mean, I told you that. I mean, the sound would just cut out. It just wasn't very responsive to a lot of the things I was trying to do, so I gave up on it. I mean, just wasn't a lot of fun to try and play something that didn't really act like it wanted me to play it.
Yeah, it made me sad because I had recorded a bunch of footage for our first impressions video for that, which we won't be able to use. Actually, I'm going to use it for
I would have loved it. I would have loved to do it, but
Yeah, I'm actually going to use it for the background for the video podcast, so that's what hopefully we'll be playing in the background of this. Still going to get it, still looking forward to it. I mean, the current build that I had played was very good, and yeah, so there's that. Did you guys hear about the Twitch Plays Pokemon?
I unfortunately did, and nothing like having something stupid like that to bog down their servers so that people who are trying to do other things have issues.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting thing. And Twitch's reaction kind of surprised me. You'd think they would be annoyed, but I guess an anonymous user, I don't know if they determined who it was. He basically hacked the chat box so that the viewers could type. He was playing Pokemon, and it allowed the viewers to actually type in the command simultaneously to determine what action to do next. So it almost like takes it. I don't know if it was like randomized from someone's request. I don't know how exactly it worked. Was just general chaos, and there were so many commands that it actually bogged down Twitch's server so that other people streaming were affected. And you'd think, well, that Twitch would be upset at this, and they thought it was fantastic, and a lot of people were confused. But over the last 16 days, that whole chaos turned into a common goal of actually beating Pokemon in this fashion. So they have like a whole Reddit and everything. And they all kind of formed together, and they did eventually beat it in 16 days, 7 hours using this method. I guess they're going to try Pokemon Crystal next. And so Twitch sees it as a cultural phenomenon. They don't think it was bad at all, even though there are a lot of Twitch, people that use Twitch for, they actually make a living off of it, streaming and everything. We're not happy about it.
Well, and you could really tell too. I mean, just trying to review some of the streams from my PS4, it just the quality was so bad.
Yeah.
And it was tough. I could see why they were getting angry, because it looked like you were trying to watch through a snowy picture on your TV of what they were playing. I mean, it's just awful.
Yeah. So I don't know what changes Twitch has made, but I mean, they are very supportive of this whole phenomenon. So yeah, they're moving on to Pokemon Crystal next, and there's like a Reddit and all kinds of stuff of people interested in finding out more. But also, speaking of Twitch, I think what Twitch is now as part of the update is on Xbox One now, I believe.
Yeah, Twitch. There's actually a walkthrough video of how to update your Twitch and use it right.
Yeah, but I guess the app is kind of buggy on the Xbox One still. Not surprising.
Yeah, that's why Microsoft put out the video.
Yeah. Humble Bundle sale this week, the weekly, is the PopCap game. So it's great for all your spouses that love stuff like Bejeweled and Peggle, all that nonsense. Plants vs. Zombies. Peggle Knights, I know, yeah.
What, Crispy, do you know what the difference between the Plants vs. Zombies and Plants vs. Zombie Game of the Year edition is? Because I don't think there was DLC.
There were additional, there was additional content.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's funny, a lot of these games, like my wife loved Bookworm Deluxe. That's the one. It's kind of like you mixing Scrabble with Tetris, kind of, in a way. Bejeweled, Peggle. I don't know what Escape Rosecliff Island. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that was like one of these things, not like the other, really.
Yeah, it sounds something like a Dear Esther or Gone Home or something like that. Maybe a click and play. Peggle Knights and Zuma's Revenge. I remember Zuma. I enjoyed Zuma. So yeah, for $6 you can pick all those up, and whatever they come out before the end of the week as well, they announce. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I haven't seen anything like that. It's been a lot of indie games. And then to end it, the whole game section, I've been getting a lot of requests from Rob for Marvel Dark Reign Puzzle Quest lately.
Oh, has it been doing that?
No, what it does when you share it with me, it just sends. It's fine. It sends in game. It's fine.
I was gonna say, yeah, it just says, "Oh, here you can share." I'm like, "Oh, I'll give Crispy whatever the hell."
That's how I found out you started playing it. So, what do you think?
At first, it's not very much fun.
The prologue is fun.
Yeah, because your characters are very weak. But now I've kind of got a handle on what abilities I like. So I like Storm, and I finally got her leveled up, so her hit points are not such a liability.
They are very weak. She's a great gem getter, like AP getter. When you get the chance, just a hint, definitely level up classic Black Widow. Fantastic.
I have to admit, I got so frustrated with that game, I quit. I actually found a Doctor Who version that's I personally find a lot more enjoyable.
It sounds like it, but it's not by a is it like a knockoff kind of thing?
I mean, it's the same concept. You have the color jewels, which gives your characters powers, and it actually goes through episodes from the TV show with an original storyline that makes there a reason to go back through them.
I might have to look that up. I don't know if it's someone just cloned it basically.
It looks like it took a lot of effort. I mean, it's very pretty. You can have different costumes for the characters. Hold on one second. It's called, oh crap, what's it actually called? Stick with us. We will let you know as soon as we're aware.
No. Nice.
Come back to this.
But yeah, Rob, Black Widow, great. The original. Her blue ability is that heal.
Yeah.
Not only does it heal, it also adds to the countdown timers. It's ridiculous, and it's so good. I mean, I leveled her up to 85 with Thor. Thor's also, even after the nerf, Thor is freaking amazing.
Yeah, see, I haven't been using Thor too much lately because his powers, the colors overlap with Iron Man, so I've been using Iron Man instead.
Iron Man's not very... Well, he has a level limit. Thor's level limit's higher.
Okay, it's called Doctor Who Legacy.
But see, I've got... I can't level Thor anymore because I don't have any covers for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my Iron Man is much higher level.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
That was another frustrating thing. Like, I got so many characters, but I couldn't bring them in because I didn't have enough gold, and I couldn't get any gold drops.
Gold drops? What do you mean, gold?
Wasn't it gold that you had to use to unlock spots to bring in more characters?
Roster, yeah.
Yeah, hero points.
You kind of have to decide which ones you want to get, but, like, I completely bypassed Juggernaut. He's awful. Venom's awful. All the villains were pretty crappy.
Actually, I like Juggernaut just as a HP, as a
meat shield.
Yeah.
He's not bad.
He's got even low level, he's got a ton of hit points.
For a while, the best three to start off with, I think, though, are still Iron Man, Black Widow Modern, and Storm. Those are kind of, they give you the three roundabout, the control and the power.
I like Hawkeye just for the ability to make a crit,
Yeah.
But
all those ones that
so much better.
All the ones that add like countdown tiles and stuff are terrible. I want direct damage and I want direct heal. But yeah, the frickin' Black Widow classic is my MVP all the time. I can play literally hours because of her. She will get your heroes all the way back up to full health. You can just pause long, stall long enough to get the blues, level them all up, and take them out the other team. It's great.
See, I don't have the right covers for her yet either.
Yeah, it'll take a little bit for her, but in the meantime, Storm. I still use Storm. She's fantastic. That green ability.
Oh yeah.
And the red to gobble up all the goodies. Yeah. The special times.
I got a Daredevil, which I was excited about, but then I used him. And,
he's terrible. He's awful. Well, his whole gimmick is that the other person has to make a match. They can't see which one tile he uses. He changes, and if they make a match with it, it'll do more damage or more stun. But it's all on a what if scenario. I hate that. I want to be in full control, so it's better that way. But right now it's the Hulk event.
Dirty.
The Hulk event, yeah, full control. That the community events are the best things to do to get.
Yeah, I have not done any of those yet because, like the fights it says I can do, like I check out the opposing team and they're all like level 50 and shit. I'm like, there's no way I'll ever be able to beat them. So
yeah, so you got to do the Hulk one. Like there's ones you actually play against the AI. Well, I guess technically you're
No.
against the AI all the time, but it's like
Yeah.
their planned event. So like the Hulk one goes through a whole storyline, and at the I don't the one thing I don't quite understand is you start off fighting these levels at like lower, like they're lower level, and then they seem to go higher. And I don't know if that's based on the victory points that you get. The more you get, maybe the harder it gets. I haven't determined how that works yet, but that's the best way to get covers for like a lot of the 2 stars. You can get some 3 stars. You get the special roster covers, the gold ones that give you a better chance. It's a 2-star or better, that kind of thing. That's where the good stuff is. That's the sweet spot. But yeah, I'm still crazy into that. Totally have not played whatever the other game was that shall not be named. Having to deal with candy.
Anal Crush?
Yep.
Is that what you play?
Yeah. Not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the Marvel Dark Reign.
Well, good for you. You finally went to something that doesn't suck. Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, I was looking for a Bejeweled, kind of.
Yeah.
Placement.
My problem with this game is that I'm not patient. I don't know, maybe it comes from playing like Bejeweled or something, but I'm just make matches as quick as I can and don't really pause to weigh my options, which is not good.
Yeah. You got
I've been working really hard on slowing down
and determining who to fight first too.
Yeah.
Big thing sometimes. Like you don't want to be hitting on the Hulk all the time because he has an ability where you've hit him too hard, then he puts a countdown timer 1 turn that turns a bunch of them into green stuff, and he just gets all the green and then smashes you in the face. So you save him for last, basically. But yeah, still enjoying that. I'm probably gonna cut out half that final podcast.
Okay, I like the cartoony artwork on the Doctor Who one. That's kind of cool.
So it's Doctor
Yeah.
Who Legacy?
Yeah, and do
Yeah.
you see what I mean, Justin? It doesn't look like they just threw some together. It looks like
No,
it actually took some effort.
This looks like it's straight from BBC. Like they've backed it and created this. Yeah, it looks good.
And what you'll see, there's an actual story to it. So
Made by
Yeah.
Tiny Rebel Games. It's legit.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It looks good.
That's the only game they currently have out, though. Got 4
is
stars.
it? Because I thought that they had the one where Doctor Who and Amy walked around solving puzzles or something.
It doesn't.
Like Professor Layton.
Kind
Let
of.
me go back to the
That was
App
one of the
Store.
one of the first apps they had for the Doctor Who stuff. As far as Google Play, as far as the Google Store, that's the only one they have.
The Mazes of... I can't read the whole title. Hold on. The Mazes
Crap,
of Time.
I don't want to start playing this
Yeah,
right
the
now.
Mazes of Time.
Are you
It's by
s-
BBC Worldwide.
Yeah, see, this looks like a smaller gem screen though. There's not as many gems. This looks like the preschool version.
Don't be hating.
Meh, I'm sticking with the Marvel. I've determined. I can't do both. I put way too much time and effort into the Marvel one. You got to be doing that shit 24/7 if you want to place well at any of the community stuff.
And I'll go ahead and pass on that. Thanks a lot. I'm just gonna play a game where I'm not having to fight a bunch of other assholes.
Well, the funny thing is they put you into groups of like 1,000, and then they'll have a total at the end of the event of where you're at of like millions or whatever.
Oh, I know. I played it for a little bit.
Yeah.
It didn't really do anything for me.
Yeah, you
so-
mentioned that the last time, which is it's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah,
But still.
it was fun for what it was. It didn't hook me like you, and now it owns your soul.
Well, I don't have a console, so it's
Well.
it's on a mobile platform. I don't play it on Steam. I only play it on my phone, so that could be why as well. It's a good game to have at work, or whenever.
And when you buy toilet paper in bulk, you get a buttload of it.
What?
Sorry.
That was random.
I was just reading something. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's late. It's late.
Dorkgasms of the month or whatever we call it. It's not weekly. I don't know what. Dorkgasms of the show. Does anyone have anything they're just ready to explode about?
Mine was going to be the Arkham game, but we pretty much covered all the exciting stuff.
On that,
Trailer is gorgeous. If you haven't seen it yet, it's on the Facebook page.
I'll try and remember to post a link in the description of the video too. Rob, anything cool you've been up to?
No, I don't really think so. Makes me sad.
Mm-hmm.
Just House of Cards, really, is
House
what
of
I've been
Cards.
excited about. Yeah.
Good. Justin,
I got nothing.
you got nothing.
I honestly don't have anything. I mean, everything worth talking about we talked about earlier. So.
probably true. Yeah, mine's more personal as far as I've made the big move from the living room to the kitchen, so I've got a brand new.
One step away from being outside.
I know, no
Kudos.
kidding. Oh, actually, this is way better. The setup. I got a brand new desk and a nice new carpet, and everything has got its place, and the whole setup's good. And I don't know. I think got a lamp for lighting now for the webcam. Maybe that'll look better now. I don't know. Been learning some new video editing stuff, so hopefully the videos are even better than before. And that is it.
Excellent.
I'm tired. It's time to go to bed.
Yes, everyone, go to bed.
All right. By the way, Penny Arcade today. Admiral Akbar reference, which would be it's a trap.
Oh my god.
It literally was. Okay.
Well, while Krispy's trying to figure that out, just anyone listening who's been holding out for deals, like they were talking about, Arkham Origins, the special edition was $40 on Best Buy today and $50 on Walmart. The Best Buy actually sold out. But this is the special edition. It's selling for less than the regular game.
Yeah, I actually ended up getting the Arkham Origins Collector's Edition with the Joker statue for $60 about a month ago.
Wow.
Yep, I got it for $60 after shipping today.
So, yeah, totally worth it. Price of the game, and you get all of those extras in that statue. I've got the statue on my desk.
Statue looks gorgeous. It turns on, right?
Yeah, it does turn on. It doesn't, you know.
It looks better without.
It looks better without.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, Krispy, you've already... Oh, sorry. Continue.
No, it's cool. But yeah, so I think we should probably call this. People probably are starting to doze off themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Krispy, it wasn't a trap. What is it?
It's a wrap.